for more on that, let's bring in our NFL insider, Josina Anderson, who's been sitting there listening to what Roger Goodell has to say. Josina, as I mentioned, I think about half the questions were about diversity, and mainly what we got from Roger Goodell was, yes, we need to do a better job. We're going to look at it. And that's about it.
That was a very polite way of saying that we heard a lot of cliches, which is typically what you get from this press conference. But it's still an opportunity for the media to try to pin him down and get better answers. And you're right. He spent the majority of the time talking about the diversity questions surrounding the latest coaching cycle. And obviously, in light of Brian Flores' lawsuit, one thing of note is that he did highlight the disparity in the head coach hiring. Obviously, that just being Mike McDaniel, who is a biracial coach for the Miami Dolphins, and obviously Lovie Smith for the Houston Texans, in comparison to the total that were hired for the front office position. So he acknowledged that that's a problem and that they want to address that. And also he acknowledged that they've been talking to outside, people with regards to how to do that. And that comes in the wake of their meeting with Al Sharpton and Reverend Jesse Jackson, who have called for the removal of the Rooney Rule and being willing to look at that from all aspects. What I definitely would have liked to hear more is just the notion, whether it's just true or not, Brian Flores really having to be a sacrificial lamb, so to speak, just even in the filing of this lawsuit, and what weight that has on potentially jeopardizing his career, and why something like that has to even happen just to have a review and to just certify what's accurate and what's not.
Was there anything else? I mean, obviously, I have questions that I could ask you, but you have been involved with the league. You've been covering it for a long time. Was there anything else that really stood out to you from this press conference?
Well, I mean, one of the things that, in addition to just Brian Flores having this lawsuit, I think is the repetition of this notion, even just out in the public, about Brian Flores having to, jeopardize his career. And I think that is a very, very strong point. No one should have to feel any sort of fear of having a review of things that are worthy of looking into. So that is obviously something that if I were there, I would have pressed him more about. He did lightly touch on the investigation with the Washington Commanders team, out as though it's now named, and the fact that the Congressional Roundtable brought forth new allegations with Tiffany Johnston, and the fact that that's now there's going to be a separate investigation from Daniel Snyder wanting to do that, with the league now saying that they will take over that so that they can highlight the independence of that. He didn't really go, too much into that, and certainly that statement was released before this press conference to sort of stem the questions on that as well. So he lightly touched that and mentioned that there would be games in Germany or what have you. But obviously the topic du jour is the diversity and inclusion and things going on with that right now, and how they truly and authentically plan to change that. And I think the fact that there is a ownership opportunity with the Denver Broncos really presents a chance to see if someone, potentially a person of color, can come into that space and create more opportunities in that vein.
Josina Anderson, a lot to unpack from this press conference, a little bit more. I know you guys are going to have a long conversation about that coming up. So we're going to let you go, take a quick break. We'll get everyone else on set there alongside of you. Josina Anderson, we'll talk to you very soon. We appreciate it. And for more on all things NFL, make sure to tune in to Inside the NFL, the show the pros watch. New episodes every Tuesday, 9:30 Eastern. So the very next one, of course, they will be recapping the Super Bowl and your new Super Bowl champ. Stream it exclusively on Paramount+. Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.